get on here for a minute and say hi to y'all and tell y'all that, hey, the Lord has blessed us with another beautiful day out here. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about our friends, the people that we surround ourselves with every day, the people that we call our friends, the people that, sometimes our friends are, our family. So, it's just the people that we surround ourselves with, and the importance of that, the importance of knowing who is walking with you. In the scripture it says two people they're not able to walk together unless they agree. So, if we're going to the lake and we're walking together, if I got a plan to go this way, but you got a plan to go another way, it don't mean that we won't eventually get there, but it's going to take us a lot longer than what it had to if we would just agree, to either go my way or your way, because sometimes my way may be leading us the wrong direction. Sometimes your way may be leading us the wrong direction. And then whenever we have somebody else with us, they can speak into our life and tell us, hey, that's not the way you're supposed to go. The lake's this way. So we do a course correction, and we get there a lot faster whenever we agree. Whenever we're both on the same page. And Jesus was telling us the importance of the people that we surround ourselves with. In another passage of scripture, it talks about a man that was bedridden. And I can't remember right off if it said how long he had been that way. All I can remember is that he was bedridden. And that his friends knew that he needed help. But they knew he needed healed, and they had to get him to Jesus. So they made up in their mind, he can't get there by himself. He's bedridden. He can't walk. He can't get there. So they picked up his bed and carried him and took him to Jesus, to the place where Jesus was. And they didn't have to do that. It was not the man that was bedridden wasn't telling them, hey, y'all got to take me to Jesus so I can get well. Y'all got to help me. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't. He was just, he was bedridden. He knew there wasn't nothing that he could do. He just had to deal with it, But his friends knew that there was another way. And because his friends spoke into his life and picked up his bed and carried him to where Jesus was, it changed things for him and for his life. His friends made up in their heart, we have to do something. We cannot leave him here like this any longer. So they picked up his bed, they carried him to Jesus, and when they got there, there were so many people in the place that they couldn't get in the front door, couldn't even get close to where Jesus was. And they could have stopped right there. They could have said, well, we tried. And that happens a lot of times in life. We have purpose something to do, and whenever it don't work out the way we planned it, then we just say, well, we tried. Walk off. But they didn't do that. It's like, no, we come here for a purpose. We come here for our friend to get healed. We ain't stopping. They climbed to the top of the roof. And it doesn't tell us exactly how tall the roof was. It just tells us that they climbed to the top of the roof and lowered him down through the roof to get healed. And whenever they did, Jesus told the man, you know, it wasn't the man that purposed in his heart to go to Jesus to get healed. It was his friends. And he told the man, he said, because of your friend's faith, you're healed. Take up your bed and walk. So what did he do? He took up his bed and he walked out of there praising God. You know, he was well, he could walk. He would, you know, he wasn't bedridden no more. And it wasn't nothing that he done. It's something that his friends, the people he surrounded himself with, done. So just be encouraged today, and remember, the people that you put around you matter. It matters a whole lot. Even whenever you don't think it does, it does. Y'all have a blessed day, and I hope the Lord smiles on you. And I hope that this little tidbit blesses you in some way and encourages you to be thankful for the people that God has put in your life that's going to lift you up, that's going to pray for you, that's going to speak the blessings of God over you whenever you don't have the right mind or the sense to do it for yourself. You know, we all need that helping hand. So be that helping hand to somebody. But have a blessed day.